How's it hanging, everybody? It's Drew People's Collectibles. Oh, I'm a little off center there. There we go. I'm probably even more off center now. I'm a little bit autistic. It is what it is. Yeah. And speaking of autistic, look, I have my favorite Digimon right here, Arceus. Anyway, yeah, we're doing a Digimon Classic Collection. Geez, I hate to go back to the autistic thing so fucking quick, but I stick to one thing, okay, and I get obsessive about it. It's also kind of like nerd culture or something, I suppose. But so the Digimon card game, which they've made plenty throughout the years. Pokemon. It's been the Pokemon TCG, since the early days. Digimon. It started with Digibattle and then Detector and probably some other shit. I never really played any of those games. I collected the Digibattle cards, and that is also why I like Classic Collection. So I haven't played this new card game, but Battle of Omni, which is the set that came out before that, was the first one that I had bought. And then this came out, and I saw that it had recycled artwork from like Digibattle. Let me see if I can find like a iconic. Well, there, that is an iconic example. The War Garurumon art from the Digibattle starter set, which was just the one. I mean, you can. Okay, I don't know about right now, but a few years ago, I remember buying them for like $15, I want to say, for like a sealed first edition one of those starter sets. I mean, they made a shit ton, right? You can't sell a sealed first edition product 20 something years later and say that you didn't overprint the fuck out of it, because shit don't add up. You know what I'm saying? It don't add up. Now, anyway, it's had a lot of hits and swings. So this is the first time I've bought it in a long time, and a big reason for that is, well, first off, I've bought a ton, and I mean, boxes like this that are just filled to the brim with commons and uncommons from this set, and even a lot of the bulk rares. I mean, I have a lot. All right, there's not too much you can do with it. We play this game for the alt arts, and the fact of the matter is, the alt arts seem to have gone down by price by quite a bit, according to TCG Player, at least from their highs. Now, not many people really sell a lot of these alternate arts, on the internet. It's not like Pokemon, for example, where if you look for any like special illustration or illustration rare from Scarlet Violet era, you're going to find dozens listed on the internet, right? Anyway, the point being, the value here has tanked a bit in recent time. So I've got it pulled up right now, and at least according to this data on TCG Player here, there are only 3 alternate art cards that are above $10, which is insane. Because I remember, I mean, Greymon I've sold for like $20, Agumon, Garurumon I feel like at least 15, if not 20. Okay, well, out of these, I mean, honestly, this was a lot of lower hits, but even ones I'm looking on here like War Greymon. Where is he? Diaboromon is like $5. I remember selling that before for like $20, maybe even over that. And part of the reasoning for all this is, inside of each of these boxes, you're guaranteed 2 alternate arts every single time. So that definitely hurts the value of any individual one, because you're guaranteed it so much. And then on top of that, this product's been out, it's about to hit the 3 year mark, and I'm still able to get boxes for under $40, right? And about half a year to a year ago, if I could find them for under $40, like I bought them immediately almost, right? Like I immediately would jump on it because that was just such a good deal. And when you had so many factors, like you get the 2 alt arts, and I mean, they averaged at least $10 a piece, right? Whereas now, like, and really the set is still doing healthy enough for what it is. Analog Youth is still like over $60. Not this Analog Youth, but the alt art Analog Youth, obviously, and the alt art Machine Dramon, which is the secret rare version. So you get about one of these per box. And I actually didn't explain this part first. So anyway, I bought 6 of these boxes. I've already cracked the contents of 5 boxes, right? Because I was like, if I crack all these on camera, it's going to be too fucking long. No one gives a shit that much. Let me crack them all, do a little talky talk, and then we'll crack the final box together here. And of course, the talky talk is well past its due. We can chit chat while we crack packs, because to be quite frank with you, I've seen these cards so many times. Box topper War Greymon. All right, and this is the same box topper you get in every single box, right? So I mean, I have at least like maybe 3 dozen of these. I mean, I've only sold maybe 2 or 3 over the years, and I only have it listed for like $2 a pop. And honestly, I mean, I'm not really trying to sell more than a couple here and there, because I mean, to make like $1 profit to sell a War Greymon box topper. I mean, even though they're a dime a dozen at the moment, it's still a cool card. Over time, I could see that actually being worth something when these boxes aren't just that crazily readily available. Oh, are we going to start with an alt art here? Nope. Okay, just 2 regular rares. Baboosh! Analog Youth. Let's talk about this real quick. So, like I said, the alternate art version of this card, which is a really cool looking card, pushing over 60. I think the high that I've ever seen it is a bit over 80. But yeah, this regular rare version, it's still going for about $7 a pop. I mean, pretty good for just a regular rare. Then in a box that's under $40, you're averaging. Now, obviously, this isn't great. This is 7 out of 5 boxes, so that's a little over 1. But normally I average at least like 2. I mean, I've gotten a full playset before. We have a better sample size here. So Vmon and Ice Wall are 2 of the regular rares that are actually somewhat decent. So you can see I got 14 copies of Ice Wall and 12 copies of Vmon. Right, 3 playsets there. So that's more representative of the amount of any individual rare that you're going to pull out of a box. And you have the secret rares, right? Super rare. Sorry, super rare. Secret rare is the machine one. The super rares, you're guaranteed 6 of these per box, and there's only 8 total, right? So out of 30 super rares, I got 1 of each of these that's inside of here is, like 1 of 8. We're just gonna open it up and show you real quick. There you go. Metal Garurumon, Imperial Draymon Dragamon, Magna Angemon, Angelomon, Hercules Kabuteramon, Venom Myotismon, and Diaboromon. Right, so out of 30 of these, we got 1 of each 3 times, and then our leftovers here, I mean, still a pretty good spread. Hercules Kabuteramon being the only one we have a duplicate of so far. So yes, sorry, that was the end of the catch up there. I just really I was like, I'm done with talking for a minute here. My throat's not feeling the best, and I just want to crack some friggin' packs and get some good. Because yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since I've gotten this product, and I mean, honestly, gotta say, my initial impression is that nowhere near as happy cracking these now as I was, 6 months to a year ago. Now, like I said, part of that reason is going to be that, I mean, I've literally opened at least like 50 of these boxes. At least 50 over the course of about 3 years. I believe this came out like January, February 2022. And, bit bullish at first, and then held off for a while. And I remember buying I think 12 boxes at once, which would be, I think that's a case for Digimon as well. I can't remember. Well, no, case for Magic would be 6. So bad comparison. What do we got? Nope. Nope. All right, we are feeling spunky today. That spunky monkey. Just like that song by those guys. The ones that Madonna got famous. Which that is actually true. Beastie Boys toured with Madonna back in the day. They were also a hardcore punk band before they became a hip-hop trio. And in the album Ill Communication, you can see a lot more of their hardcore punk influences. There you go, a little bit of music knowledge / trivia for you. And what did I say? Machine Dramon. I don't really think there's any time, that I buy typically, let's say, like 6 boxes at a time, maybe sometimes four, that one time 12, maybe two times 12. I can't really remember. But I feel almost every single time I average 50-50 on Machine Dramon almost every single time. And I mean, this was one. I mean, I remember when these were like $20 a pop, and that was another thing that kind of pushed me to getting these boxes. Now, again, price memory you can only remember so well, especially when it's right now being under 40 or around 40 US has been the way for a minute. But I want to say, like, I remember when I was first buying it, like getting it for 60, I want to say was like a good deal, right? Maybe the MSRP was like 70 or something. But anyway, point being, let's say I spent $60, maybe $50. Again, kind of besides the point. But the point being that these were like $20 a pop. And if you're guaranteed one in every other box, then it's like, well, shit, that already covers a good portion of the box. Plus, you have the alt arts where you get 2 per box. And, they're averaging out at 10, but, there's a lot that are, pushing 20 or 30 or 40, something like this. And then you also have the analog youths and the VMons that are holding some decent little value there. All right. End of that rant. We're back at it. All right. Super rare. I will say missed opportunity. If you know the OG starter set, the 2 hollow Digimon in there were Hercules Kabuterimon, which used the same artwork that it can be found there, and Saber Leomon. So they really wanted to. And do they have there was the Ultra Digivolve? That's the power option. Is there one? Okay, I was thinking. Oh wait, yeah, there it is. That image right there of Metal Greymon. Now the one that I'm referencing, it's the Virus Metal Greymon in that artwork, but it's the same stance and everything, and like with the rocket like that. That's the other hollow from the original Digibattle starter set, 1999. Analog Youth. That was made by Bandai in collaboration with Upper Deck. And Bandai ended up parting ways with them after the first 2 Digibattle proper sets, Series 1 and 2. And for Series 3 to 6, they did it solo. And part of the reason that it didn't do anywhere near as well as Pokemon, first off, not that good of a game. I loved the artwork as a kid, and I still do, but the game in and of itself is dog shit. Whereas Pokemon, simplistic as it may be, in some ways, designed by Wizards of the Coast, known for, of course, Magic the Gathering, and just an overall better made game than Digibattle ever was. And why, 25 years later, it's still, I was going to say just as popular, but no, more popular, for sure. For sure. I mean, just passed down, generation to generation. Okay, our first alt art of the box here. Disappointing. Biyumon. Try to sleeve her up. I'll pull her up on the little database here. But no, she ain't even worth $5. I can already tell you that. The alt arts are not what they used to be. I mean, I remember there were only... There was a minute, when I would crack these packs and, look up everything, that, there was maybe a handful back then that was under $5, kind of unheard of. Whereas now, it's like, if it's $5, it's like, hell yeah, it's $5. All right, let's see. Biyumon, where are you, girl? Who? She's $3. Ooh, big spender. Disappointing. All right, well, we still have a chance for the alt art Analog Youth, and then honestly, once we see the next alt art, I'm going to cut the video off right there. Because to be honest with you, there's really nothing else to show, right? We've seen all the super rares. I showed you the secret rare, right? One every other box you get one, and Machine Dramon is the only secret rare in the set. And you know, this was definitely, I mean, a specialty set. It's a smaller set than the regular Digimon card game sets. And where was the point that I was trying to get with that at? Yeah. So it makes for decreased variability. That's what I was trying to say. Jeez Louise. Decreased variability in the cards that you're going to be cracking. Right? And again, like those specific percentages, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with that, right? Like with, let's say, Pokemon, for example. You're never guaranteed a certain amount of illustration rares or special illustration rares in a Scarlet and Violet box, right? Now you can like, not guarantee, that's a bad word. You can typically, you're going to get one special illustration rare in like a full booster box. All right, now obviously after Temporal Forces, they switched up those odds to make it, you know, more so like 1 in 2 boxes you'll get a special illustration rare. But the point being, there is not a specific finite amount of what you're going to pull in each box. Whereas, that is so friggin' disappointing. Gomamon already got one of these bad boys as well. Ugh, no Analog Youth, no Machine Dramon alt art. Anyway, I'm going to finish that point before I end the video here. You're guaranteed, you get 6 super rares in every single box. Not averaging 6, not sometimes 5, sometimes 7, sometimes 4, sometimes 8. You get 6 in every single box, and there's only 8 total, right? And the alt arts, you only get 2 in every single box. You don't get 1, you don't get 3, you don't get hosed with 0. And again, it's a love-hate kind of thing, because it is nice. Like, you know, earlier I had opened up those 5 boxes and just took all the packs out at once and just lined them up so I could just crack them all back to back to back to back to back to make sorting a lot easier. And, you know, I was down in my last like 15, 20 packs, and I had maybe 5 or 6 alt arts, right? Whereas the total's supposed to be 10. And under normal circumstances, I might have been like sweating a little bit, which, you know, I should have been sweating anyway because I didn't really get any crazy hits. So literally our top dog here is Garurumon, I want to say, which at least if that's going to be our top dog, we got 2 copies. And damn, he's only worth $5 now? No, he's not our top dog. Oh, damn, that is... Oh, is it Agumon? Damn, yep, that's what it is. Agumon, who's going for like $750. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a more lackluster collection of these boxes that I've got. Let's see, with the Analog Youth, we've only gotten 1 more here. Are there only... Oh, there's only 2 packs. What... I'm not going to cut off the video just yet. Might as well just get through these other 2 packs. Can we get like another Analog Youth? Damn. 8 analog. Oh, come on. At least give me 9. Holy fuck. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's like, come on, man. Not even averaging 2 a box. That's abysmal. Abysmal odds. But still, I mean, even like with this, I definitely did, out of any time I've done like 6 boxes, which it's been a few times. This is for sure the worst. And still, I mean, not that bad overall. Just because, again, I mean, these guys enough, like, you know, especially if they start pushing back up again, who knows, it might keep going down again. One advantage that Digimon is always going to have over Pokemon is that because it is more of a niche collection thing, there is also less competition in a way if you are a seller. So that is always a thing to consider. All right, well, thank you for joining me and getting hopes and dreams dashed, and hope for better luck next time. All right, catch you all around. Goodbye.